Now we've come to a really important page in the system, and that's the Add Review page. And it's important because the heart of the system requires feedback from your customers, and the reviews are where you get the feedback. So you and your team members need to understand this page well in order to help your customers leave the review. So briefly, we're going to talk about the very first step here, which is, would you recommend us? The very first step. Now, if it's a 3-star or less, they can go ahead and leave a review, but they can only leave it with Safeguard Reviews. And that's a good thing, because you'll be able to then go back to that customer through the system and see if you can resolve any bad reviews. If it's a 4 or 5-star, now they'll be given an option of where they can leave a review, whether it's some of these other review sites that you've set up previously. So once the customer has checked the star rating, they click Next Step, and now they get a choice of which team members has helped them. Now, this can be set up for either allowing only one team member, or if your business needs it, you can allow multiple team members. And we're going to say it's Joanne. Now, all this information will get collected, in this case for Joanne and for the company, so we can see how Joanne's doing on how she's been doing with her reviews. Again, once the customer clicks the button, they're going to be given 4 additional categories to rate your company and their experience. These are categories that you've set up and are important to your customer and their experience. And so they simply click on the stars where they feel is appropriate. And then they write in their comments. On a desktop, they type it in. On a mobile device, most likely they're going to hit the voice recognition button and be able to speak in their review, so it's very quick. I'm going to just paste in my review. The reviewer section identifies who's leaving the review, and it asks for a zip code, which is important for Google, and it'll actually check and make sure that the zip code is valid. And finally, it's going to ask for a cell number or an email. And then the customer hits Next Step, and here they're given a choice of where they can leave a review because it's a 4 or 5-star review. Once they choose one, if they have an account here, say a Google Plus account, and finally they're presented with 4 easy steps to complete the review. It's letting them know it's going to Google Plus, and it tells them the first step, remember that they gave a 5-star review. Then it says to click the review text, so we can do that with this button here. And now they've got to copy it. So on a mobile device, it's a long press, and then they copy the text. Or on a desktop, it's either Control-C or Command-C, depending on the type of computer you have. So we're on a desktop here. I'm going to hit Copy. And now they simply can click on this button, and it'll take them to where they can leave a review. But as soon as they do, Safeguard captures that review information, so now it's in our system. But they now go ahead and put it on, in this case, Google Plus as well. Let's see how that works. It automatically brings up another page, and bam, they can now just simply type in their review. If they've copied and pasted it correctly, here's 5-star. I'm going to paste in my review and then hit Publish. I'm done. When they go back to the Safeguard review page, it tells them thank you very much for leaving the review. Now that review, it goes into our system and is now compiled with all the other reviews. So in a nutshell, that's the review process. And you can see it's really quite easy. We suggest that each team member become familiar with it both on the desktop and on a mobile device so they know how they can best direct the customer.